Hello, I'm David Shockey with Muddy Creek Ranch in Wilsaw, Montana. We thought with the calving season coming up on us, we thought it'd be good to have a little video of what we use to tag calves and maybe give you some helpful tips on what to use and what you need for tagging a calf. We have all our stuff laid out on this table, which normally fits into one single box, and we carry it all with us at one time. So what I'm going to do is go through and show you the medicine and how to pull it up and how to get a tagger ready and how to get the TSU, which is a tissue sampling unit, and how to weigh the calf and do all that from start to finish. Alright, first thing when tagging, you would need a calving book of some sort. And what this is just a general calving book. It tells all the information for each one of the calves, the date it's born, the mother, the sire, the dam, and sex of the calf, the weight. So you need some kind of book to be able to keep up with your records, which is the most important thing. Once you identify the calf, this calf will be FO23, that's the year model, and that's her permanent identification number. And then on the back, what we do is write the dam and the sire and the date of birth on each calf, so we have that information in the field as well as in the book. So what you would do, we have a tagger. This is a Y-Tex. You would load the tag. It goes upside down in there like so. The button slides onto this, and then you're ready to tag the calf with its ear tag. The vaccinations, it's important to use ones that are locally to your environment. These are a type A clostridial and a C and D. It's important not to overload the calf system, so we only give the 3 that's the most important till we can give it another shot at branding time, which is about 3 to 4 months. So this is type A, C, and D. And that will go as a shot under the skin. Use a 3/4 inch or shorter needle, because all you have to do is go under the skin, not necessarily to go in the muscle. Also, we use, this is a respiratory and nasal. So we will take this, mix it together at the time we use it, and it goes in the calf's nose. The reason for that is we don't want to overload one particular system. So you have 2 that go under the skin that'll be absorbed by the bloodstream, 1 that goes in the nasal that'll be the respiratory, and then this is a supplement. It's just a drench of vitamins and nutrients, and we'll give that oral. So you have oral, nasal, and then the bloodstream under the skin. So we split it up so we don't overload any one system. The newest thing we have is the TSU, which is a tissue sampling unit. This is the tagger for it. And it comes in a package of 10. You can see we've already used 2 for the calves we've done prior to today. This one, I've already wrote it in there. You write the number down. This is that'll be the sample number. So take that out. It's pretty simple how it goes in. It's got a case where it fits right into that place. It turns to lock it into place. You would seat it. This goes into this part, so you would seat it till you hear it click. Then that's your needle. This is just for safety to keep you from getting stuck. So that comes apart, and then you're ready to take the tissue sample from the calf. It's pretty simple, pretty quick, and very efficient. Also, we use a typical scale. This is, you can weigh a scale. It's a cotton scale, or we call it a calf weighing scale, but that's what it originally was. So you can weigh individually. There's 2 ways of restraining the calf. This is one way, it's a harness. And it works pretty good if the calf is really still. But what we use, and I'll show you both of them, we use a typical pigging string, which you would see a calf roper in a rodeo would use. It's just a typical pigging string, and that's to tie his feet together so we can have it on the ground, restrain it, so we can take as long as we want and get it done, and the calf doesn't get up and walk away. So all this stuff fits into this one tagging box, and we carry it to each calf. We don't usually have a table set up. We just do it on the ground. So with that, I'll show you how to pull the vaccine up, and we'll go tag the calf. So this is a C&D. We have a syringe for each one, so we never use a different one. We always use the same shot. You would put it in. You want to pull up 2 cc's. That's what the recommended dose is. So you pull it out, put the cap back on it. This is the A. We normally keep it in the refrigerator. We just pull it out just long enough to use it. And then we put it back in the refrigerator to keep it cool. Or in our case, to keep it from freezing, which is just as important. To pull the nasal up, you have 2 different parts. This is the part, the applicator. But to pull the vaccine up, we have a syringe just for it. You have a liquid and the powder. So what you would do is pull the liquid up into the syringe, take the powder, get the air out. You squirt it into that powder. You only have to mix it up for a few seconds. Pull it right back. Get all the liquid out of there. Get it back to where you like it. We'll take that syringe, that needle off, and this is the applicator that goes in the nose. And the last one, this is, like I said, is just an oral drench. It's over the counter. It's just nutrients that the calf would need, and just help it to get a good start. You pull it up as so, and it's a set amount for this particular amount. It's 5, I think it's 3 ounces is what this one is. And it goes in the mouth, so orally. And with that, we're ready to go to the calf. All right, all you need now is a willing participant. We catch the calves by the tail. It's a lot less likely to get kicked that way. Plus, you can maneuver him if you need to. What you do is catch him by the tail, get used to the calf, and we're gonna reach down and grab his front foot on the same side and just lay him down. Now he's gonna kick and jump usually, but if you put one leg on top of his head and one leg right in his flank of his back leg, he can't kick because your leg is in the way. This is your picking string. Pick the front foot closest to you, put it around the foot, Honda facing away from you, and just pull it tight. So when you go to pick that calf's leg up, I suggest grabbing the one closest to you, because this is the one that's going to kick you. And he's going to kick, or she will. Put your leg right behind his back legs. And what we'll do, the leg closest to you is closest to you as you lay it on the front leg. Lay the 2 legs side by side. You take that and go around. The tighter you can pull it, the better you'll be. Don't try to do it fast like a calf roper. You might not be as fast, but you got to hold it twice as long. Always put the rope on this side of the Honda to make sure you can keep that leg tight without the string coming loose. I usually do it 3 times around all 3 legs, and then go around the 2 back legs and pull it tight. Now that calf is tied. He can flip and flop, but he cannot get up. So he is restrained. You can do what you need to, get your medicine, do what you need to, the calf's not going anywhere. So what I typically do when I come to the calf, I bring all the stuff that I just had and set it right beside the calf. When we give these shots, you want to give it in the neck area, right in front of the shoulder, under his neckline there, and out of this where the veins and artery blood flow is. So this right here is where you want to typically give the shot. If you put your knee on his head, you can hold it and keep up with it. I have the 3 shots. It's real important. If you go in just stick it in. It's under the skin. You depress the vaccine, and when you come out, twist it when you come out. It's real important. If you go straight in and come straight out, sometimes the medicine will come out behind it and you don't get the good the use of the vaccine because it's outside the calf and not inside. So take again, go under the skin, depress the shot, and when you come out, give it a full twist and pull it out. That pinches the skin and seals that hole off when it comes out. Then put my leg on the back, pull his head up. So we have him right here in front of us. This goes, it's 2 cc's, 1 in each nostril. Listen to the calf. You want to go on the intake, not the outtake. So he breathed out. I squirted in 1 nostril. And he can kick and fight, but he can't get up. You can hear him breathe out. And then squirt it up. That makes it go up into the nasal passages, and that's how he gets the vaccine. When you do the oral, same thing. You can stick your finger in the side of his mouth. There's no teeth in the side. There's some in the front, there's molars in the back. If you stick your finger there, you won't get bit. You want to go above the tongue and then depress it slowly. It goes all the way down. The more medicine goes in, the better it will do. On tagging, we put all our tags in the left ear because that's the side we read it on the chute. You can see through the camera, there's 3 ribs to this ear. There's a top, a middle, and a bottom. What we want to do is put it in the middle of the middle. So that's what we'll do. Make sure the tag's on the right side. Middle, middle. You get it ready. They're going to jump, but like I said, he can't get loose, so he's completely... These feet stay tied, he's good to go. The TSU, really new, but it's about the simplest thing you can do. It's already seated and ready to go. You can put it in the same hole, but it makes it a little bit harder. So we do it on the opposite ear, pretty close to the head. It's going to be over so fast you're going to not even know it was done. Instead of having 1 sample, they can test this 10 different times and make it a whole lot more accurate test. So you have plenty of sample, and when it comes out, you twist that, and the sample is inside here in the little fluid, and then we'll put that in the refrigerator right away, and you can keep it frozen till you get ready to send it in. With that, then you're ready to weigh the calf. Everything's done, he's sampled, he's vaccinated. If between the 2 back legs there's a little gap right here, and that's where this plunger can go through. And you can do all this by yourself without having to have somebody hold the calf for you. What you want to do is to pull the calf completely up off the ground, 55 pounds, and then you have him weighed and measured, vaccinated and sampled. Once you get through with that, take the rope off, put your leg back where you had it, take it off the 2 feet, comes unwound. Always hold these feet till you get completely out of the way. I'll put the front leg back on top. He's loose, and just as you got him down, you can set him up with his tail, spin him the way you want him to get, which way you want him to go. You let go, and he is completed. All right. Well, another way of weighing the calf, if you don't want to use a pig and string, it's a little more complicated, but I'm going to show you how to put the harness on. The easiest way for me to do it is to stick the calf's head between my legs. Then I got 2 points to hold it. It gets a little more strenuous to hold him. Take the harness, go between the front and the back legs, come up with the hook, go between the two harness. And this is hard too because they can come out of this harness pretty easy. And you have to pick it up a little bit higher to do it. But then you can still weigh him. But you can see, you weighed him, but if you wanted to tag him, everything is loose. This will not hold him, except to do just the weight. And you could pick him up the same way. Harness comes off, let the calf loose. So that's how we tag ours. Hopefully that will help you in some way. And if we could ever help, we'd be glad to do it. Thank you very much.